Alright, welcome back to another Wuthering Waves video, and for this video, I want to go over Wuthering Waves Combat from my experience in Closed Beta 2. This video is to help people learn and better understand that there is more combat depth to this game, especially if you're trying content like hologram bosses, roguelike game mode in Elusive Realm, or Tower of Adversity for pulling rewards to get your preferred limited 5-star in Wuthering Waves. This video will also give you guys a general idea how crazy you can actually get in Wuthering Waves while filling out the important factors I go over in this video. First up, let's go over the combat and how it actually works. Now, you already know about the traditional combat stuff like basic attacks, heavy attacks, resonance skills, and resonance liberations. This is where the creativity and freedom towards the players come in. Wuthering Waves Combat factors 3 favorite important mechanics to pay attention to at all times: concerto energy, forte circuit, and the toughness bar. All of these factors need to be utilized for general content clearing from early to end game in Wuthering Waves. But as always, you'll still be able to play how you want, which is another factor of importance. Now, going over the first factor, concerto energy, located right by your health bar on the left. Concerto energy is used for your character's intro and outro skills that grants either buffs for resonators or damage off field elemental attack. Some units tackle very specific supportive buffs like only basic attack, heavy attack, and liberation damage bonuses to buff characters for bigger damage number multipliers, while others provide elemental damage buffs or overall team-wide buff. And lastly, you have the units that deal elemental field damage, which is also good as well. Now, here are some ways to gather energy for your concerto bar. Perfect dodging, you have your basic and heavy attacks, the use of the forte circuit, using your resonance skill, using your resonance liberation, and parrying attack. Now, over your cons, Echo attack actions does not give concerto energy. Only some Echoes have special passives that give different types of energies. For example, Violet Haran Echo gives only concerto energy from successfully countering an enemy, while Impermanence Haran gives resonance energy, which is only used for resonance liberations by landing on the enemy on the first initial attack. The last con is intro skill attacks. They also do not grant concerto energy, so please be aware of that. Now on to the second factor, which is the forte circuit, located above your health bar. This feature allows your character to have special abilities like shielding with Jianxin, unique mechanics like Alto with his Mist Cloak Dash, or Yelin with her Chameleon Cipher, and even team-wide healing like Verena in her photosynthesis energy. Now, majority of the characters on the roster revolve around the use of basic and heavy attack to build up their forte circuit, besides Kakarot and Danjin, which both uses their skill for their forte circuit buildup, which is kind of base. Now, activating it though solely depends on the character, so make sure you understand your team and your characters very well. Now, lastly is the toughness bar. This is by far the most important factor, but also the most fun one for rewarding players with style points if you're trying to just clear the content in general for Wuthering Waves. The reason behind why this is so important is because bosses in Wuthering Waves have tanky HP while being extremely aggressive, so breaking the toughness bar will really help you clear content. Now, the toughness bar is the white bar located right under the health bar for mostly bosses and elite mobs. Here's some ways to break the toughness bar very quickly and more efficiently. First is your intro skills, characters switching into battle, and the first initial attack that hits the enemy takes a fixed amount of toughness bar damage. And the last one is parrying attacks. This also takes good timing and good reaction speed, but gives a good amount of damage towards the toughness bar. Now, my advice / tech that I learned from testing is really timing your intro skills with your enemy's parry window. This allows you not only to double the amount of damage towards the toughness bar, but you are potentially giving the character you swapped out of a outro skill boost depending on the character and how the intro animation is, of course. But make sure they have an impact attack like a basic or heavy attack to parry with. This mostly applies to sword and gauntlet users. Now, other ways of damaging the toughness bar are just being completely over leveled, but this really only applies to outer world bosses due to the low defense resistance, but in other content it's not that much. You'll be tickling the bosses. Now, I've heard too many people say Wuthering Waves is just dodging and parrying, and they're right, but damage and team synergy both play a huge factor as well, because most content in the game like Elusive Realm, Tower of Adversity, and Hologram are timed content. So you can dodge all you want, but if you're not doing damage or knowing your character's kit on the team you want to play in the process, process, then it'll just be an endless loop of retries. But that's the fun part that doesn't make Wuthering Waves boring. Just active creativity regarding the players and good gameplay for players to enjoy with your favorite team and characters you come up with, in my opinion. Now regarding team building, since we only have 3 characters at the time, basic team building will be your main DPS, sub DPS, and a support character. Of course, you can use other team setups that you can fill in for elemental coverage, since enemies in this game does have elemental resistance. But overall, set up however you like. At the end of the day, that's the fun part. Hopefully this video helped. I'll leave the Echo guide video on the screen for those that still need help choosing an Echo. But if you enjoyed or find this Wuthering Waves Combat guide helpful, leave a like and subscribe for more Wuthering Waves news, guides, and more gameplay videos that should be dropping very soon. Thank you for the support so far on the channel. It's been amazing covering this game so far. Be sure to have fun playing, and if you can clear hologram or tower within the time limit, you're all good. It doesn't matter how you do it. A clear is a clear. Anyways, it's been your boy N. I will see you guys next time. Peace.